This is a Concept 30 helicopter. This is going to show you how to fuel it and start it, and how the switches on the transmitter and everything work. The first thing you want to do to put fuel in it, I put a T on the line here. Now you just remove this little plug, stick your fuel probe in there, and you can put a pinch valve on there by the fuel filter, but I didn't on this one. I can just hold the fuel line so fuel doesn't go into the carburetor when you fill the tank. Flip the switch, watch the fuel go into the tank. When it gets full, pull that back out, stick your plug back in there. Next thing you want to do is make sure there's two switches here. The bottom one's for the gyro. I just leave that one on all the time. The top one is for the radio on-off switch, and then turn the power on the transmitter. And next thing you want to do is make sure everything is moving the way it should. When you move the sticks, the swash plate should move forward and back, right and left. When you move this stick, the pitch changes on the main blades, and your throttle lever on the other side will move back and forth, and you need to make sure the tail rotor goes the right direction. I've got it set up with all the linkages adjusted, so these trim switches all need to be in the center. This one, this one, this one all need to be in the center. The trim switch on the throttle sets your idle speed, and if you trim it all the way down, that shuts the motor. It'll shut the motor off. So put that up about halfway. Make sure all these switches are back and up, away from you. These two are dual rates. This is your throttle cut, throttle hold, or throttle cut, and you can use that for a shut-off switch also. Either trim it down or flip that switch, it'll kill the motor. This is the idle up, and this here is a gear channel that changes the rate on the gyro. It's a dual rate gyro on this one. So I got the throttle trim halfway up. We're ready to start. I use alligator clips primarily, and a gauge on my box. It's got an amp gauge on there, and you hook the alligator clips up. I just clip this one onto the throttle, or the mixture, and clamp that one on there. Your gauge should go up in the green if the glow plug's good. If it doesn't move at all, the glow plug's bad. You can also use one of these rechargeable glow plug sticks. You just pop that on there, and it does the same thing, but it doesn't have a gauge. So throttle's trim is halfway. Throttle's all the way down, all the switches in the right position. This has a cone starter, so it doesn't have to have a hex shaft or any fancy starter. You can just, a regular airplane starter works. This one has a LiPo battery, but you can power it from your power box also. Put that on there and hit it. Once it's running, trim it up a little bit. Idle's where you want it to. Remove the glow plug. You're ready to go. Cut it off, move the trim all the way down, or flip that switch once again, move the trim all the way down, kills the motor. Another thing you want to make sure is the batteries are fully charged before you fly it. This has nickel-cadmium batteries in the transmitter and in the helicopter. The charger is an overnight charger. You need to plug it in the night before you go flying and let it charge all night, so they're fully charged before you go. If the battery runs dead, it'll just keep flying and you won't be able to control it. So very important.